thank you so much for this interview. We are very excited with this movie. They're always a success here in Mexico City. So first of all, our readers would like to know, what's the creative process to get to this costume?
Well, it's a big creative process, meaning it's a long one. First and foremost is that you read the text, okay? And the text is really what's going to dictate everything that you're going to think about from the beginning till the very, very end. Then you'll talk to the director, the production designer, and the cinematographer, if there is one at that point. You'll study it and see where you have to, how you have to break it down. What I do first and foremost after that initial meeting is I really, really start to look at images. It's the most important thing for me. So whether that be paintings, whether that be illustrations, whether that be children's illustrations, whether it be fashion, whether it be pictures of minerals, pictures, in the case of this film, pictures of wings, pictures of birds, pictures, all different kinds of images that will lead me to other images. I will look at periods of time in relation to this movie because it is a fairy tale and it goes beyond a fairy tale. And what I looked at is medieval, and I looked at the Renaissance and everything in the transitions in between, because it was important for us to create a new fairy tale period, which doesn't really exist in time, but we had to create it. So that was really, really fun. And so elements of medieval time we did use, and elements of the Renaissance we used, but we met somewhere in between. And from there, I create a color palette and check in every so often when things get really grounded with the director and the production designer, of course, and then start to really design, think about silhouettes, think about fabrications, and then that goes to the illustration stage somewhat at the same time. And the illustration is, at that stage, it's usually, for a film like this, it's concept art. And it'll be concept art and ideas and one to another. And there's some great illustrators now to work with. It's just, it's come so far. And we do that for a bit of time until it gets refined. And I continue to search and search and search. Or if, even for example, in fashion, if it was at a period of time where it was the spring runway shows, I'll look through all of it and I could see something that I like and just go, I think we should apply this idea, and so on. And so it's ever changing. It's, at one point it does become solid, but it is ever changing in the process.
Okay, perfect. And what I really love about this movie is that all female characters are really powerful. They are really strong. So how would you say you reflect that strongness in the costumes?
Well, I think that there are different silhouettes. There are different silhouettes, and I think the different silhouettes add to the strength of the power of the quiet power or the louder power of each character. For example, Queen Ingrid wears gowns that are highly structured fabric. The fabrications are very tightly wound and very, very hard. But she's accessorized with great luxury. And the luxurious element is really meant to disarm you a bit. It's so she has these very strong structured clothing, but she has very soft and beautiful, although structured, accessories. Maleficent, on the other hand, has a very simple silhouette. her fabrications are very fluid. They're very, very light and airy, almost ballet-like, but yet she has strong structure around her face. Maleficent, of course, is known for her collar. It's a very, very strong trademark of our character. But what we chose to do on this film is to create some fresh approaches to different colors, but we always used hard material. So whether it be, and you don't ever go near Maleficent with iron, so what else can we use? So we used structured bone, different types of vertebrae and things of that nature, and dipped it in gold or natural fabric, and had organic pardon me, colors that added to the black and white quality of her. She was very black and white. So to me, her shape, from the horns through the collar to the wings and the simplicity of her body, was really strong. Michelle, strong fabric, wide. There was a strength in the fabrication and a strength in the silhouette of both, but two diametrically opposed.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for this interview.
You're very, very welcome.